Thank you so much for scheduling this interview process. We are getting engaged with these thoughts on education for the identify the education system and process for the current era. Basically, this session is added with some question and answer subjected to your reputed institute to identify the process. So, starting with your introduction, ma'am.
Okay, very fine evening to you. Thanks to introduce me. I am Sharada Chatterjee. I am the Senior Assistant Professor and Coordinator of the BBA Department Bachelor of Business Administration at Bhopal Institute of Management Studies. In 2019, I joined this college. My primary aim is to nourish the students. The students actually they are like the baby in the mother's womb, right? So whenever we used to teach them, whenever they used to cross the border of the schools and join the college, they are in a different environment. So as a teacher, I will say that it's our responsibilities, it's our duties to nourish them, to groom them rather, both personally and professionally, to make them industry expert. So these are the roles and responsibilities which, as a teacher, I think is very much crucial in today's world, because today it's totally a corporate-based world. So unless and until we groom our students, unless and until we inculcate the corporate culture within them, they will not learn anything. Their study will just become vague, right? So we will have to cope up with those situations, and we will make our students totally industry ready. So this is my main aim, to join Apani Institute of Management Studies in the BBA department, to make the management students excellent.
Okay, ma'am, nicely, ma'am. So, ma'am, my first question is, being a faculty of this college, what are your roles and responsibility towards the student?
Being the head of the Department of Business Management, all my students are like my children. So all are equal for me, and as the HOD, I will try to guide them first of all. Secondly, I will try to listen all of their problems which they used to face. Like many students used to face communications problem. So I have to speak with the respected faculties regarding this. And secondly, it's like students mentoring, the mentor. In college, the mentor is the main role, right? So I have to be a good mentor for my students, so that they can share their personal views, personal problems. If anyone fumble, right? This is a basic problem of many students. Communication skill, they can't speak English properly. So all these things I have to handle up, along with a good liaison with their parents also, because unless and until a good networking channel is being created between the students and the parents, as a mentor, I could not get all the lacunas which the student used to face, right? So I'll have to solve all those things. And the thing that I also told earlier also, to make them totally industry ready, so that my department students stood first always.
Okay, ma'am. So, how do you train to establish healthy relations with the student and the fellow faculties?
Healthy relation, as I'm also the faculty of Human Resource Management. In my subject, it's a very good thing that in industry what we see, to build up a healthy relation between the employer and employees. So similarly in college also, a good and synchronized relationship whenever used to grow between the students and the teacher, then only their study is become very much effective, right? Effectiveness is very good thing, because effectiveness does not include only study. It also includes different types of academic activities, different types of skill enhancement aspects. So all these things merge together and used to groom a student and make them the main motive to make them a corporate ready student.
Okay, ma'am. So, how do you try to bring a practical approach towards the subject and make it industry oriented?
Project-based learning, the main thing, because unless and until you will have live experiences, hands-on experiences in doing a thing, unless and until you have experiential learning to continue a thing. Suppose you are going through a case study, but until and unless a PPT presentation will be opt for you, you can't express your own views, you can't express your own language part. And all these things, the main practical approach is applied for the students. Basically, it is based on few parameters, like it helps to enhance their listening skills, it helps to enhance their English speaking skills, and the most important thing is the shyness. Many students are very much shy, they don't used to become adapt with the corporate education system, which we always used to try to provide our students in the management culture. So all these things used to develop. We always try to develop these things within the students.
Okay, ma'am. So, what are the best practices offered by this department to students which help them gain
There are
research
several best
skills?
practices that I can highlight in this case. Skill development programs. In the skill development programs, we used to provide them special classes in communication skills, in computers, in mathematics. All these parts are there in skill development programs. Besides that, several academic activities are also included, like group discussions, mock interviews, quizzes, debates. And the overall thing is that the best pedagogies which we used to apply, because unless and until you will have apply the best pedagogy, the class will become very much monotonous, right? So it should not be like that. The teacher should come into the class and used to give some notes. It will not enhance their learning and also their knowledge. But until and unless your pedagogy should become a live pedagogy, like storytelling, PPT, then audio-visual, then many other pedagogies are there. So the student interest, we always try to grow up the student interest, right? So all these things will obviously help the student interest. So these are obviously the best practices of Rupani Institute of Management Studies. And the main thing which also I want to highlight, that we also try to groom the students to go to other colleges, other universities also, to prove themselves that yes, we have also that ability within us to prove ourselves.
Okay, ma'am. So, do you have any extracurricular activities or program to enhance the skill for the student or expose them to real world challenges?
Yeah, definitely. We have a huge academic calendar, and it is merged with several academic activities. And beside academic activities, there are also several extracurricular activities. Like several clubs are also there, photography club, dancing club, singing club. See, all these things used to motivate a student. It does not that a student is coming to the college to study, but besides study, these extra curricular activities also used to motivate the student. The main, the main theme which I as a HOD want to give my student is start small but think big. This will be the main mantra of management studies. And another important, as I am also the editor of Sankalp magazine. Sankalp magazine is the annual magazine of Rupani Institute of Management Studies. So throughout the year, the students used to contribute their write-ups, OMs, articles on various things which year by year the college used to decide and put on. So these are the various extracurricular activities. Beside learning, students are always they're really very participative. Even after the class, after the huge long hours of classes, they used to stay in the campus and participated in these extracurricular activities. Even the meetings also, they are very much interested.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, my last question is, when you come to this college, what was your vision and how do you try to achieve the same?
Yeah, my vision was obviously to improve the management students and to learn also. See, every day is a learning day, and from everyone we used to learn, right? And after coming to this college, I always try to improve the management skill, because every day to cope up with the industry culture, to cope up with the regular dynamic industry culture, we obviously have to build ourselves, we obviously have to make ourselves industry ready. So this injection, rather I can say. This injection I always try to inculcate with my students, and I also discuss with their parents that how they can improve, how they can, if they used to face any type of problems, what more problems they can come. It can come in front of them, and how smoothly, how effectively they can face those problems.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the
Thank
great
you.
time.